Hello, Ricard here. I am but a humble scribe from the land of Console, and I have come today to tell you a tale of a great war that was fought throughout the ages of the 80s and 90s. Two great powers, Nintendo and Sega, waged war during these years, seeking dominance and territory in the land of Console. Towards the end of the first age, Sega gained the upper hand by forging a weapon of great power known as the Mega CD. Not to be outdone, Nintendo forged an alliance with the nation of Phillips, tasking them with the creation of a weapon of similar strength and ability. Sadly, before this weapon could be completed, the alliance was broken. A result of this alliance, brief though it was the births of 3 bastard children, so named Link, the Faces of Evil, Zelda, the Wand of Gamelon, and Zelda's Adventure. Like Jon Snow, the bastard son of Eddard Stark, these 3 sought to survive north of the wall that separated the age of the 90s from the age of the 80s. Did they survive the Great War for the land of Console? Well, my friends, you must listen to the rest of our tale to learn the truth. Nerdy.
Nostalgic.
Madly inappropriate.
This is Nerd Hat.
Nerd Hat, I'm Ruth Late. Why am I robot?
Nerd Hatters.
Hi.
Hey. You
We're-
ready to talk about some non-binary goblins?
What?
Oh
Came out of left field.
What was it you said earlier? What's up with the sexy mutant elf or something like that?
man, yeah. Yeah, what is they were so weird. So yeah, non-binary goblins. I think it's safe to say that that's what we're talking about today.
So, folks, we are covering The Legend of Zelda CDI games.
And
Are
let me tell you, it was a time and a half. I got slightly intrigued. The more I was like, "Hey, you gonna kill those guys or what, Zelda? What's your deal?" And then it would cut to another scene. So then I kind of
me.
got intrigued. Kind of.
Yeah, Laura and I watched the playthrough, most of it, of Zelda the Wand of Gamelon, which was, I think, officially the first Zelda game where you could actually play Zelda. Correct me
Wait,
if I'm
could
wrong.
the other games could you not?
No.
What do you mean?
Play Link.
Link
rescues
Link
Zelda.
has to rescue Zelda,
Boo.
damsel in distress.
And the second game you got to play as Zelda would be the third CDI game,
Correct.
which you did not know existed. By the way, the third one, Laura, does not have anime cutscenes. It has live action cutscenes like Riven.
Ooh. Okay.
But the acting isn't much better.
Oh no, really?
Not then.
Yeah.
Like the voice acting in Link, the Faces of Evil. Well, actually, I didn't watch Link, the Faces of Evil.
I can't wait to hunt some the dongos. Yeah.
Oh. And then when it would cut to the animated, it would be like moving around like Jar Jar Binks trying to
I know.
explain shit. It
Oh,
was,
yeah.
Everything is over animated.
yeah, the anime. Have you not seen it?
No, I have seen it.
Okay.
But
They're just
I didn't
weird.
have
They're
a lot of time to research, but yes.
That's okay. Yeah. I just their constant motion was bizarre. It's bizarre, and you could not tell their gender, and that's why they are they them.
Well, some of them. What?
I could tell most of the genders. Like, I didn't see the screen elf. I'm sorry.
I think the voice was something like, "Hey, Zelda.
Yeah, it's just you couldn't tell.
Did you
if it
come
was-
to my party?"
Oh,
No,
that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
no, it's just. Oh, did you bring me a fancy fairy feather?
Did you bring me some jewels, Zelda?
Also, I couldn't tell. So at the beginning of the movie, the music is fun. I liked the music.
It's pleasant.
Nice.
It was very It was.
Nerd Hatters, we would like to know what is in your nerd hats. For 4 years now, you've been listening to what's in my nerd hat, Laura's nerd hat, Will's nerd hat, Dan Johnson's nerd hat, Lars sends us, you name it. You've heard a lot of stuff coming out of a lot of nerd hats. Now we want to know what's in yours. This season, the 4th episode of every month is going to be reserved for listener/guest. Maybe you want to be a guest. Think about it. So, listener selections. 4th episode every month. We want to know, what would you like us to cover? What is just aching to creep, crawl, leap live out of your nerd hat? Let us know. You know how to do it, right? Drop us a DM, leave a comment, rating, review, like, subscribe. We'd like you to do those things too, but let us know what is in your nerd hat. All right. It's time to get back to our regularly scheduled programming. Live long and prosper, nerds.
Are we going to go through the same structure we did for Ribbon?
Well, Will and I talked about that. We were wondering if we should shift our rating scale a little bit for games. We talked about possibly the acronym GAMER. The G would stand for gameplay, since that's a pretty important part of video games, but it's not related to TV or movies. A would stand for art or aesthetics. M might stand for music. E would be entertainment value. And R would be replayability, which is similar to... So it's very similar scale, but with gameplay added. So we thought GAMER would work as an acronym for our game ratings.
So with gameplay, what does... Without talking about this game, what's gameplay mean? I as someone who does not know. Tell me, William.
How do the controls handle? Is it intuitive? Do you feel like you're actually controlling the character? Is it fun?
Okay.
I guess that also goes under entertainment value, though. But
yeah, it's like, is it responsive?
Yeah.
Is there a lag time?
Yeah,
like you said, when you try to move the character, does
the controller?
So the gameplay for Riven was weird then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like click. I mean, it was consistent. I think that's fair to say, right?
Yeah.
It was standard point and click for any point and click computer game. I thought the Riven controls were fine.
It's pretty simple. Yeah.
This was on the Philips CDI, which had apparently a lot of weird controllers, pause button and all that stuff. And because of that, I was able to watch some videos where other people reviewed this game because I was going to watch the long play, but I didn't see any in my list on YouTube, and I was just, I don't know. Anyway, so from other people, I learned, I can't remember everybody, obviously the Angry Video Game Nerd. As I was saying, for gameplay, you know what? No, we're not reviewing this yet. I'm just explaining what gameplay is. But anyway, so the Philips CDI has some really weird controllers. So a part of reviewing the gameplay would be if you were forced to use a certain controller to play this game, like the weird 3-prong N64 controller, that would factor in as part of gameplay.
Yeah, and it was not originally designed to be a game system.
No.
The CDI, that was not retrofitted, but like they decided afterwards.
I think
it was expensive too. I think like $700 or something ridiculous like that.
That part I didn't know, but
I think
from
when
what
it first came out,
I did discover, yes, it was originally just for videos and stuff, but apparently the game sold more or something. I don't know. I think that's what I heard. So they decided to go heavily in that direction.
Yeah, and I think it had some educational games as well as
Wait.
the more like entertainment-based games. We're talking about the console that was these games were on originally.
The Philips CDI.
I don't know what that means.
It was a failed console. That's all we need to know.
What is...
Probably one of the first that used CDs to play video games. Maybe the first. I don't know.
Okay.
Also, I heard this console did have
Okay, yeah. Richard's showing me a picture of this thing.
So it's the Philips.
Oh, it's so cute.
Compact disc interactive, and Will and I were talking about this earlier. So how this came about is that Nintendo, after Sega Genesis, not Sega Genesis, the company Sega, after Sega started developing the Mega CD first, I think, and then the Sega CD, it was like you could attach the Sega Genesis to it, and you could play CD-based games. So they were the first, and Nintendo was trying to jump on that train with their Super Nintendo system. So they wanted to create the SNES, Super Nintendo Entertainment System, CD-ROM system. So first they contracted Phillips to develop it for them. Then they ditched Phillips for Sony, and then they ended up scrapping the console idea altogether. It was like, we're not getting into CDs yet, which they ultimately didn't until the GameCube, right?
Right.
They finally, that was years later.
GameCube.
So both Philips and Sony, they're like, well, let's not waste this. They kind of spun off and developed their own systems. So I'm not sure how that played in with Philips thinking, maybe they were already developing this. I don't know enough about them. Maybe they were already developing the CDI. And then when the deal to develop the gaming system for Nintendo fell through, maybe that's when they decided to put games onto the CDI. I'm not entirely sure.
You're probably right. And they'd already signed a contract that they were allowed to make some games with Nintendo IPs. So
yeah, so that was part of the, I guess, settlement, because they broke Nintendo broke the contract with Philips. As a part of the settlement, Philips was allowed to use some of Nintendo's characters, Zelda characters specifically, Link, the character of Link, the character of Zelda, and then Ganon, who's a villain, I think, and
Impa. I think
Impa
those are
well.
the only characters they actually used that were created by Nintendo for those games. Although the King of Hyrule is questionable.
So that's how the games for the CDI came about. They're the only, I think, non-Nintendo console Zelda games.
They made a Mario game.
No, I mean, they're the only non-Nintendo. Like, Philips CDI was the only system to have some non-Nintendo games, or was there another system?
You mean the only non-Nintendo game to have Nintendo games? Is that what you meant?
The only non-Nintendo console to have Nintendo characters in a game.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So, Nintendo itself was not very involved with the development of the Zelda games, other than just they give a little bit of story input and character design input, and that was about it. That's one of the reasons why they're pretty different, I think, from the first two or three. Yeah. So I think there had been, 3 or 4 Nintendo Zelda games?
No, just 2 by this point.
2 when the first came out in 90...
Well, what day?
October 2nd, October 10th, 1980. Oh, wait, here we go. Here's the timeline. We're looking at Wikipedia here. So there had been 4 Nintendo games prior to Link Faces of Evil.
Oh my goodness.
So we had the original Legend of Zelda, which came out on the Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES, then the Adventure...
87?
The Adventure of Link in 1987 on the NES. Then A Link to the Past in 1991 on the SNES. And then finally Link's Awakening, which came on the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color.
This whole game series is named after a woman, and you don't even get to play the woman?
Yeah.
Is that what this is? That what this is? This whole time?
Although this one is called Link: The Faces of Evil, so it doesn't have Zelda in the title.
I'm thinking that for some reason, for some reason CDI, the creators of these Nintendo games, decided not to call it The Legend of Zelda for some reason, and that might be because I don't know. I had assumed or thought that these CDI games were being created maybe during the years before A Link to the Past and Link's Awakening had arrived, but maybe not, because these CDI games have things in common with the second Zelda game on the NES. First of all, the second Zelda game is not called The Legend of Zelda, it's just called The Adventure of Link. It's the only Zelda game that doesn't have, official Zelda game that does not have the title Legend of Zelda in the title. Well, I mean, that's not true. We have Hyrule Warriors later, but I meant like a main continuity Zelda game. And it was a side-scroller, and CDI games...
Wait. What's a side-scroller? I don't know what that means.
It's like Mario, in which it's a platformer.
What's a platform? I'm sorry. I'm not trying... Don't make that face at me, Will. I'm not trying to be that other podcaster. However, what the actuals?
To be honest, I actually don't know what the term platformer
Oh,
means.
see?
I know what side scroller
You
means,
jump
but
on a platform to another platform.
oh,
Why couldn't you tell me that,
that
Will?
makes sense.
And you could tell Richard. Tell me what's the
You
deal?
broke me. I was about to cry.
What's a scroller?
That's when the screen scrolls.
It's like Sonic the Hedgehog, Mario. Like you move to the right and the screen goes with you, as opposed to the
okay.
like you remember the original like Donkey Kong game? Did you ever play
No.
that where Mario's climbing up the ladder trying to take the
No.
princess at the top? That's like a static screen, right? So
Right.
you're just staying on the one
Right.
screen.
There's no
Pac-Man,
scrolling.
similar.
But it's
Whereas-
a platformer. Donkey Kong.
Yeah, platformer, but with Mario and Sonic the Hedgehog and those like as you move the screens.
What's this one then? What's the one we're talking about today? Legend of the Wand of Gamelon. Gamelon.
So the first two, the one that you and I watched, the Zelda Wand of Gamelon, and then Link Faces of Evil, those were both side scrollers.
Right. Platforming, side scroller.
But Zelda's Adventure
Action adventure.
was more, top down view. A little bit of an angle, but more of a top down view, which is
that's the one we just saw.
Yeah, the newest of the three.
Mm-hmm.
And that was more in line with most of the Zelda franchise until they went 3D.
Oh yeah, with Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, Adventure of Link on the NES was the only Nintendo Legend of Zelda side scroller.
Before my question, what's our next area to discuss? What after G is a adventure?
Yeah, so after gameplay,
art.
Yeah, so art would be the next one.
So my question before that one is:
we haven't talked gameplay yet, have we?
Oh, are you serious?
So we talked about it.
I would
we
hold
can
on.
talk a little more about gameplay.
No, dude, you answered my question. You're great.
Okay,
you're great. You're doing great.
Well, controls.
No,
I didn't get to play it on an emulator, but controls.
What's an emulator?
It's where
I'm not kidding.
It's where I can play.
I will fight you
the game on
right
the
now.
computer.
Okay.
Using a program designed by fans to run the game, since I don't have a Philips CDI console.
Yeah, you don't have to have the actual console. It's a little bit like pirating a game almost.
It is absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it basically is.
Well,
it's like pirating a game.
The emulator is not illegal. The emulator is not illegal. The
like a crime.
Is illegal.
So
I didn't even know I could emulate Philips CDI. I didn't know that emulators for the Philips CDI even existed. I didn't know that till today, so I did not play it.
I miss my iPod, you guys. I pirated a lot of music, but I didn't realize I was doing it. I was just like, "Oh, this is fine."
Napster, baby.
Oh, it wasn't Napster.
It wasn't Napster.
No, I took CDs from the library, and I was like,
"Oh, I just ripped them." Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that was wrong, but I didn't take that John Denver CD off of my iPod. I was listening to it. I was like, "You fill up my senses, baby."
An accidental pirate.
Man, memories.
That should be a comic book.
Accidental pirate.
Something, the accidental pirate.
My question is,
eggs.
my question is, in a small paragraph, what's Zelda about for those who have no idea? For the artist amongst our groups of people who listen, what is? I don't know what it is.
Or gamers who never played Zelda, which I'm sure those are out there.
I doubt it, but continue. Yeah, what?
Maybe somebody who just did PC gaming their whole life. Let's say.
So again, both of you, small paragraph.
I'll let Will do this because he's more familiar with Zelda.
Small paragraph.
Well, to sum up the entire Zelda franchise, not including the CDI games, but kind of including them, is an action-adventure game in which you control Link, who is an elven knight, rescue an elven princess named Zelda from a pigman wizard named Ganon.
Does he have the hots for her, or vice versa, or are they related?
This is like a Koopa Princess Peach thing, or just like I'm an evil man and I abducted a princess thing.
No. Unlike Bowser, he has absolutely no romantic interest in Zelda. He just wants to lure Link, kill them both, gain the magical artifact known as the Triforce, which is linked to all three of the characters. this is getting into lore, which I wasn't even going to explain earlier, but okay. I think Laura is saying
there's a lot. There's a lot to it. You asked a very broad question.
He just wants to usurp the throne. He just wants to do a coup. What's it?
A coup.
He just wants to take over Hyrule and rule the known world, which is just Hyrule.
He wants to rule Hyrule, baby.
All right, let's go on to art. I'm curious what both of you think.
Yeah. So, what did you think of the Link, the Faces of Evil art, Will? We didn't get a chance to see that ourselves, but I think it's very similar to the Wand of Gamelon.
I have looked a little bit at that years ago, but I didn't get a chance to delve into Faces of Evil this past week. But basically, Wand of Gamelon and Faces of Evil use the same game engine. They have the same gameplay. They more or less have the same voice actors playing different characters, I guess, or same characters, Definitely Link, Zelda, and King of Hyrule are in both games, maybe Impa.
Did this come after the one we saw, Bid?
They literally came out the same day.
They came out the same day?
We're watching it right now.
No
you can tell it's made by the same company.
Yeah.
And look, those flying things are the exact same sprites in the Wand of Gamelon.
Yeah. Oh, she's showing some leg. There's a lady there. Oh my goodness.
See, non-binary goblins.
No. I tell you, man, Russian animation. I wonder how much of Russian animation was actually like this back in the 90s, or if this was
this was Russian. That was a Russian animation. You're right.
Or like were all Russian cartoons that bad in the 90s, or was it just that company that was bad?
I heard that was a very small studio because Philips CDI didn't want to spend money.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Real animators. Sorry.
Yeah, honestly, I think we could have done better than that. Honestly, and
I already have.
Exactly. Yeah.
I did a flip book. Super Mario looks better than this. It was in black and white. It looked better.
Yeah. So this deals with the art.
Sorry.
So the cut scenes are just
horrendous.
Yeah, they're terrible.
So I read a review.
They're so bad.
I read a review that it ended...
so bad they're almost good. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They're meme worthy.
What were you gonna say?
I'm not gonna say it now.
You read a review.
I read a review that I think it might have been this one, but it was definitely relating to the one that you and I saw, the Wand of Gamelon. It's was on the list of the worst video games ever.
That makes sense.
So as a person who occasionally listens to music, I kind of liked can you hold on? Can you
just keep talking?
I can't. While you're doing it, you're distracting me with your little fingers. Your little manly fingers.
I hope you keep that in.
No.
You're distracting me with your fingers.
So it's just the music was so outdated that it was delightful.
Good.
Like it was like every time they
Let's get a taste of it here. This is definitely 93. This feels like 90s synthesizer music.
Yeah, synthesizer.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's so bad it's good.
Wow. That is completely not what you expect to hear from a Zelda game that's made by Nintendo.
So let's
it's not bad.
Babe, we're getting distracted.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
So speaking of the art, like Laura and I well, I guess it's not going to speak for you, but I liked the background art.
I like the background art. Now it's very what I call primary colors.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's if it's brown, it's gonna be really, really brown, and if it's green, it's really, really, really green. It's like calm down, give me some neutral tones, baby. Dilute those watercolor brushes. I don't know, like it. But overall, sure, it was good. But the characters were weak.
The sprites of the animation.
Yes.
The gameplay was pretty repetitive. It seemed like
and I didn't. We have to so it's like they go through the village. She goes to the village. goes to the Dollar General, and the little mine's like, "Well, I need more gems, you little slut." And she's like, "Fine." And then she goes and kills a bunch of crocodiles, comes back, buys stuff that she needs, and then you accidentally bump into him again. Like, "I need more gems, you little slut." And then she's like, "Fine." And then goes off and like rescues that what's it? That old ripped dude in the skull. And she's like, and then she gives him a magic cape. Then she's like, "Oh, I need another magic cape." Then she leaves that skull and then goes back to the Dollar General and gets more things.
I'd be grateful if I just had one magic cape.
I know, but like it just I didn't understand like why she kept having to go back to the
Yeah, she had to go back
every time.
Get new supplies
And fight off the pterodactyls.
Yep.
The other Zelda games incorporate puzzles, and what I've heard is that this game has no puzzles at all.
Okay,
Yeah,
it wasn't. You're right.
Just
Will, yes,
Laura.
Yes.
Okay, let's see if
I'm
we can
sorry,
do.
was it not my turn?
No,
All right, here's
no.
here's a
agreeing with you.
cutscene
Like
for
that's
y'all.
what it didn't have any puzzles.
You're back. Now give me your glove. Hey, don't work.
This is a non-binary character for sure. Like I could. It's like, is it a man? Is it a woman? Is it an elf? What is it?
I don't know. It's got a beard. Isn't it an elderly?
But it has a woman's voice. Sort of.
Nerd hatters, fellow nerds, nerdettes, nerd persons, we would like to ask you, what is in your nerd hat? For season 7, we would like to do one episode each month where the topic has been chosen by you, our listeners. So, how are we going to do that? Obviously, you can hit us up in our current places of, business, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, etc. But what we'd really love is if you go over to our Patreon and become a patron. Now, if you can't afford to be at one of the paid tiers, that's okay. You'll still be able to participate in this. You can join at the free level. You'll not only be able to participate in Nerd Hatter Chatter, which is our chat group for our fellow Nerd Hatters, right? Which you can already do at the free level. You will also be able to vote on future episodes. So here's what we would love. Go over to Patreon, sign up to be a patron, at least at the free level, pop into the Nerd Hatter Chatter, and make a suggestion for something you would like us to cover in Season 7. So hop on Patreon. Right now, you can get on there and already participate in Nerd Hatter Chatter. You could start giving us ideas. What would you like to see us cover? I just had a friend the other day suggest that we cover classic Disney animated sequels, something we haven't done. Any of you who grew up as millennials or Gen Z, or they're still doing it now. So no matter what generation you are, now, hopefully Gen Alpha is not listening to this podcast because we do let loose a few F-bombs, so hopefully their parents. But at the end of the day, that's up to their parents. But needless to say, we want to know what's in your nerd hat. Can you tell us? One episode a month, picked by you for season 7. In fact, that's our theme for the whole season. What's in your nerd hat?
E is the next one. Entertainment.
Yes, that's correct. Entertainment value.
All right, babe. Entertainment value.
So
I already know the answer, but for our listeners,
It's pretty to look at, and it's very hilarious. The anime cutscenes. But from what I gather from other reviews is that the controls are bad. There's no pause button when you're trying to go into your inventory, which is the only way to pause the game. The same button that opens the inventory also causes you to walk back and forth through doors. And when you go into a dark room and you have to open your inventory to get the lamp to light up the room, you just end up going back to the door and going back the way you came because it's so dark you can't tell if you're in front of the door still or not.
is this from the Wand of Gamelon?
yeah, this is the
Both.
one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Faces
both
of Evil and Gamelon.
gameplay very similar.
And hit detection is very bad. It doesn't knock away the enemies when you hit them, and you don't blink and have a little bit of invulnerability. When you get hit, you just keep taking damage, so it's just very frustrating. What I've heard from other people who played this game. So basically, just prepare to die a lot.
Yeah.
And it's just a very This game is a very unforgiving challenge
Wait, how is it a challenge?
because you can't knock the enemies back in order to give yourself a reprieve, and you don't have a moment of invulnerability like most other games of the time period had in order to recover yourself and gain a reprieve
Okay.
after you get hit. You just keep getting hit.
In this one?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they keep, and you just have to, since you can't knock the enemy back, you just have to hope you kill it before it gets to you.
True.
I think I can't speak to the game.
And
Having
detection is terrible.
having not played the game, but the watching it, I had fun, but it's more because it was so bad that it was good.
Yeah.
It was so bad that it was
Fun for not
that
the
it
right
was fun.
reasons.
And
Yeah.
I will say, this is one gripe I have about normal Zelda games is that there's very little voice acting in them. It's mostly just like little
Runs.
Hey, yo!
and then
Give me some more gems, you slut!
Well,
and then you have to read what they're saying, whereas I'd rather have voice acting in it personally. But that's also a gripe with Nintendo more generally. They do that in quite a few of their games, including Mario. And
they used to
I don't know
have
if it's
voice
just they
acting in
don't want to
Mario.
pay voice actors or what.
Yeah.
Personally, I'd rather have that. So I did kind of like the fact that it had voice acting in it. That was fun, but wasn't necessarily high quality voice acting. Although the voice acting was better than the animation. The animation was,
Yes.
but again, it was so bad that that kind of made it fun. If it had just been like mediocre, then it would have less entertainment value. But yeah, this is more in the so bad it's good, at least as far as the playthrough is concerned.
That's probably why the third Philips CDI Zelda game, I think Zelda's Adventure is what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the reason why that one is less popular, is because it's not like these first two. It doesn't have the meme-worthy animations in it, so it just doesn't get talked about a lot.
Yeah, and it does use. I think not only does it use live action, the Zelda's Adventure. Not only does it use live action cutscenes, I think it also uses live action, like I forget what the right word is, mapping for the gameplay itself.
Mapping. You
I
mean
think
the graphics, or?
Yeah, it's like they took
Yeah.
pictures of real humans and like mapped them onto the characters or something. I'm sure I'm using the wrong terms here, but
I heard that some of the textures or photos they took from a helicopter for some reason.
Oh.
That seems way too expensive.
yeah,
in my
like
opinion,
or
but-
digitized photos. That's what I was trying to
Yeah,
look for.
yeah.
So there's yeah, you can see the person there, like Zelda. It's actually a digitized photo of the actress, but they're using it as a player.
Yeah.
So that looks kind of weird.
And the loading time between these screens, because the graphics are so heavy, it's just too long.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, and going back to Wand of Gamelon for a moment, and I don't know if this game is similar. These are made by different companies.
Yes, this third one was definitely a different company.
The sword is used for almost everything. You poke things with your sword to pick them up, and you even poke people. You have to stab a person to talk to them. You're like, talk to me. You know? And then it goes to a cutscene. I noticed that this was kind of funny.
Oh, and that was another problem, people.
It's like, we don't want to animate a hand. You got to use your sword.
And that was another problem people who actually played this game had, is that if there's a non-player character, an NPC, in the same room as enemies, and you're trying to kill the enemies, but you get too close to the NPC,
Yeah.
you're just going to activate the animated cutscene.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just frustrating.
Now, you're talking about Zelda's Adventure, or are you talking about
the first two?
The first two. Okay, the first
Faces
two.
of Evil,
Yeah, the
Wand of
animated
Gamelon.
cutscene. That makes sense. I've never been a fan of the top-down view. Like the little bit I've played of the early Zelda games, I just don't like that. I'd prefer side-scrolling or 3D personally. So, and I didn't grow up playing Zelda. I don't know if I ever played it at someone's house, but I don't think we owned a Zelda game until my sister got Ocarina of Time.
That was the one that, even though my first Zelda game was Adventure of Link on the NES, Ocarina of Time was the one that got me and made me a Zelda fan.
So getting back to the E, Laura, I forget, did you say, you basically agree that you found the first two kind of so bad that they're fun almost?
Actually, no, I like the music. but just watching it and imagining myself like playing it, it was very nauseating. It's just the colors are so vibrant and bright, and the characters are so loud and weird
Yes.
and big and bulky, and I did not enjoy my time. I did not enjoy my time.
Oh, so I did. So we can pause this, listeners, and you can go play for this for yourself. It's roughly at around 49 minutes into the playthrough that we're watching by Nintendo Complete channel. But I wanted to play one of my favorite little cutscenes for Will and Laura because I thought it was hilarious. Let me. Just going into a castle. There's a guy dancing, but he's
Oh, yeah.
Why is that
Who
guy
looks
dancing?
like Mozart?
oh yeah.
Why
he's
is he like
well,
chained
he's
to the wall
supposedly-
Look at his-
dancing?
supposedly in
Oh.
chains.
Dignity. Please, your highness, would you kindly cut the chains that bind me?
He just rubs his nose with his knee.
You know.
Thank you, princess. I managed to conceal this magic lantern. I hope it can be of use.
It's so
just
it's
was
just
like,
uncomfortable.
Will you please cut the chains that bind me, princess?
Then might I go right to
And here's a
Sonic?
magic
he's having
lamp.
such a
Here's
great
a magic
combo.
And
lamp for you.
he's wearing a wig, a powdered wig too, which is
Yeah.
odd for the the timeline.
What did I come in from the Renaissance? Like, what's going on here? So, entertainment, kind of mixed reviews overall, and obviously we didn't get to actually play these, so that would have affected our reviews as well.
It
on that
wouldn't have
regard.
affected mine.
But
Well-
speaking of,
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
speaking of playing them, R stands for replayability
Or rewatchability.
or rewatchability.
in
So this
case.
would this be something you'd either want to rewatch, or if you got a chance to play it, would you want to play it based on what we've seen?
Laura says no.
I say absolutely not. No. No.
So
Hard pass.
when I first became aware of the CDI Phillips Zelda games a long time ago, it was through the meme-worthy cutscenes. I have to admit that I didn't know a lot about the gameplay back then, but the little bit of research I was able to do this week, the graphics are pretty. But it sounds from other reviewers on YouTube, like the Angry Video Game Nerd, he's the only one whose name I remember right now. Well, not that's his title anyway. But based on him and others and their complaints about the controls and how the character moves and fights, sounds like I would not enjoy playing it.
That's right.
It would be it's pretty to look at when there are no cutscenes, because the cutscenes are not pretty. They're hilarious.
Dum dum dum
I
dum
would-
dum. Dum.
I enjoy looking at these backgrounds, and even the sprites look pretty good. But would I keep watching it, or would I play it? I think that out of curiosity, if I could emulate this, I would, just to see for myself how bad it supposedly is. But I would not watch a full playthrough, probably. I would like to see these pretty backgrounds, but it's those animated cutscenes. Those are the ones that put this thing on the map, other than the fact that it's
I
just an oddity
wouldn't
in
mind
general.
watching them in a row.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
just-
I'm sure someone
and
has,
those videos
has put that
exist.
on YouTube. Yeah, where you can watch just the
They're just
cutscenes.
so
Just
bizarre.
the cutscenes.
they're
Exactly.
apparently infamous within the world of Zelda fans
Yeah.
who consider this to be blasphemy. These three games.
Yes, it is.
I noticed
How
in
is
the-
it not blasphemy?
I noticed in the timeline, like they had to wait 5 years between real Zelda games, and this is all they got in between was these three. and if you didn't have a CDI, then you couldn't play them. So you had to wait and get an N64 for the next game, Ocarina of Time,
Only real, true successor.
which many still consider one of the best, if not the best, Zelda game ever. Right?
Yeah.
A lot of people still feel
Yeah.
that way. I know some prefer Wind Waker, others, but like I repeatedly have heard Ocarina of Time
Yeah,
listed as a favorite.
even today, Ocarina of Time still seems to be one of the top 10 best games of all time, which is hard to understand because there's been decades since it came out. So I wonder if nostalgia is behind that or not. I'm not sure though. Who
I'm sure
knows? That
I'm sure
factors
that's
in.
part of it.
Yeah,
It came out just 2 years after Zelda's Adventure, like just to look
but it is great though.
at the
I really-
difference like between
Yeah.
those two, just 2 years apart. Yeah, but then talking about replayability for these three, whether that be rewatching a playthrough. Yes, that's Ocarina of Time. Like, it was the first 3D Zelda game.
And a lot more enjoyable to play.
Oh man, yeah, it
than
just
the
looks.
CDI ones.
And I loved
Probably.
playing the 64. Like when my sister got the
And that's
Nintendo
the
64.
one. That's the remaster.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah,
okay, so it
on
didn't
the
look quite this
DS.
good. Okay, yeah, 2011. So it didn't look quite that good when it first came out, but
Yeah.
you still get an idea of the 3D playthrough. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so much better.
Yeah, so much better.
Yeah, and I loved the 64. I love playing Donkey Kong Country, Super Mario 64. I believe we did have Ocarina of Time,
Donkey
or at least
Kong
I played it at
64,
some
you
point.
mean,
Oh yeah,
or-
Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah.
That was great. I never did get a chance, as far as I remember, to play the CDI. I did play, which I got these confused when we first raised this topic, but the Panasonic 3DO, I did play that a few times in the store, like when I went to. But anyway, replayability. I think if I had a chance to play an actual CDI, to actually play it on a CDI,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind trying the games. It'd be kind of fun.
I mean, I'd try it once.
more-
I don't think I'd play it to the end.
No, it'd be more for nostalgia.
Like with
Purposes.
the original controllers?
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. Just to, like, if I had a chance, I ran into somebody that had a CDI, just for
That still worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't mind trying it. Same with the 3DO. Back in the day, or like if somebody brought up an Atari Lynx or Atari Jaguar, I would like to try those because I didn't.
It would have to be a friend who had them, to be honest, because I joked about some of this probably being cheap because the system failed and the Zelda games were just crazy. I thought the Zelda games would be expensive just because they're Zelda, though. These things, they want so much money for them.
Yeah, collector's items.
I know.
At this
I was
point.
wrong. These things are expensive. And most of the Philips CDI consoles you get, if the battery inside died, it won't even boot up, or it won't save the game, or it just... Some people who bought it and had to buy several consoles before they got one that actually worked.
Ugh. I wouldn't have bothered after the first time. Yeah, I was content with my Nintendo and my Sega Genesis and some PC games. That was enough for me back in the 90s. So, yeah, I didn't play much Zelda back in the 90s. Anyway, well, I guess that wraps up our review. So, given the gamer ratings, how many nerd hats out of 5 would y'all give this?
Overall or per category?
Well, overall. We'll just go ahead and just give it the overall rating. We're getting towards the end of our episode here, so.
Out of 5?
Out of 5, yeah.
I
Considering the 5 categories, like
maybe a
gameplay,
2.
art, music, entertainment value, and replayability, how many nerd hats out of 5 would give?
The first 2, I would give it a 2 because the music and level graphics are saving grace. And then the third one, which looked heavily live action and was not nearly, in my opinion, not nearly as pretty to look at, but they did save us from the really bad anime cutscenes. I'm going to give that more of a 1, but that's only because, I don't know, I guess I could give it a 2 because the gameplay I heard was not nearly as frustrating. But yeah, I'll just give that a 2 as well because the gameplay is redeeming quality. It's just not, to me personally, not as pretty to look at and not meme worthy. See, the first 2, man, those cutscenes.
Give me back my gems, you little slut.
Hey, did you watch? No, I'll save this after you two give your reviews. I'm sorry, but I do have a question.
Okay. Well, Laura, how many nerd hats out of 5 would you give these games?
2.
Just kind of a 2 across the board.
2. I'm sorry, everyone. My hearts are with you.
Well, I
And
think
so are my 2 nerd hats. Absolutely not.
I think it's unanimous. Yeah, I would also. I think 2 is fair.
I don't think my time is wasted, but 2 hats is what it is.
So 1 is just like nope, and 2 is like I spent money on this. So you have some regret. Like you actually bought it. You have some regret.
Well, especially in this day and age, if you spent the money on these, they're just trophies on your shelf, man. You really would be like, I spent money on
Just
this.
like I have the
I'm rich.
I have the heretical game,
I think I saw that just one of these games is like $500.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
thanks.
What was your question, Will?
Did either one of you but I was going to ask this to Richard, but either one of you, did either of you see the actual Legend of Zelda cartoon series in the late 80s?
I've seen a little bit, but just clips.
I have not.
In more recent years.
Oh,
I did not watch it at the time.
So which Link do you prefer?
Actually, I take that back.
Yeah.
Wasn't it part of the Super Mario Brothers show?
Yeah, it was.
So I may have seen it because I do remember watching the Super Mario Brothers cartoon. So I may have seen it in one of those episodes, but I don't recall. But I have watched in actually just within the last month, I think I watched a little bit.
Well, I think I prefer that Link over the voice acting of this Link.
Yeah.
And that's saying something because that Link was terrible.
I know. These are the two reasons why Nintendo doesn't like let Link talk anymore.
And honestly, the animation wasn't much better.
What?
But,
no, it was loads
No,
better
Richard.
than the CDI.
True. Yeah. Well, yeah, it is better than the here we go. Zelda the animated series.
Also, I just wanted to let you know.
Oh yeah, never mind. It is better.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Still not great, but it's better.
No.
Anyway, the voice acting was not better. That's definitely the voice acting.
No, it was better.
I don't know,
It was
man.
bad, but it was better than CDI.
It was pretty bad. At least a little bit that I saw. Link is terrible. Like I was like, that's not what Link should sound like.
Excuse me,
Also, why does he
princess.
have black hair and not blonde?
Well,
But-
in Link to the Past, he had purple hair, so I really don't think it matters.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So 2s across the board. 2 nerd hats for these Zelda games.
That's what you get.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so we don't recommend them unless it's just more a trip down nostalgia lane.
I chose this just for us to laugh at.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, one of those like so bad it's good categories. I had fun. I laughed quite a bit at the Wand of Gamelon playthrough. Yeah, so yeah, it was enjoyable for that reason. Yeah.
By the way, you were complaining about voice acting and the being absent in the Zelda games earlier. I want you to know that the Switch Zelda games, primarily Breath of the Wild, the Hyrule Warriors games, I think, and that second one, Tears of the Kingdom, had full voice acting during the cutscenes, except for Link. He still doesn't talk, but like Zelda has this really great like British accent or something.
Yes, I do have Breath of the Wild actually,
yeah,
and
okay, cool,
so it does have some voice acting. Yes, it has more than Twilight Princess, for instance. Like Twilight Princess is more like, "Hey."
Yeah.
Are you saying Toilet Princess?
Twilight Princess.
Oh, okay.
Zelda Twilight Princess. Zelda Toilet Princess. No, that's the other games of that.
Yep.
Come and use my toilet. Give me some gems,
I
Zelda.
can't believe how mentally special the Link of the CDI games are.
Mhm.
He is not
Yeah.
competent at all. Why
Nope.
would Zelda even send Link to go rescue the father? It's like, no, I think you should stay here, Link. You should stay. You're special.
Oh man. Well, we're gonna wrap this up, Nerd
National
Hatters.
treasure, Link.
So, our next episode is going to be our special 4-year anniversary celebration. Yeah, we might bring in some guests from the past
Cool.
to pop in, if not to be on the episode, at least to like leave a little voice message for us.
Mhm.
Yeah, we might do some clips for some old episodes,
Cool,
maybe.
cool.
I don't know. We got to figure it out. We got to do some cool things, but that's going to be our next episode. So be looking for that or be listening for that. Coming soon to a podcast app near you. All right, Nerd Hatters. Until next time,
Sayonara.
live long and prosper.
Like, subscribe, or don't. I'm not your dad.
The Nerd Hat podcast was produced in partnership with Nerd Hat Productions, which is owned by me, Richard Best. So it's produced by me. Wait, what is this music? Hold on just a second. Let me see if I can find my normal music. There we go. Okay, so the Nerd Hat podcast is produced by Nerd Hat Productions. I want to give a big thank you to my co-hosts, Will Boyer and Laura Morales. They have been such a big part of the success of this podcast. It would not be possible without them. I mean that sincerely. I would have quit a long damn time ago. Thanks also to all of our many collaborators and guests over the years, and most recently Elijah Miller for giving us a new logo. While I was involved in creating it, I did not do the artwork. He did it, and it was amazing. So, the Nerdhead Podcast was recorded by me, Richard Best, and edited by me, Richard Best. Until next time, nerds, nerd hatters, nerdettes, assorted nerd persons, live long and prosper.